Joining us now, former Trump campaign aide Carter Page himself, also the Hill's John Solomon. John, we have one other little piece here in the FBI. We know that Andrew McCabe is under a criminal investigation. Now he's also being investigated for leaks as it relates to General Flynn. And by the way, those leaks, we knew from the get-go, were illegal because that was, we all know, surveillance, unmasking that never should have happened or leaked in the first place.
Yeah, there's some new documents out tonight, Sean. The FBI released them on their public information site, The Vault, and they reveal for the first time that there was an investigation of comments allegedly made by the Deputy Director, Andrew McCabe, about President Trump and Flynn. We don't know anything more than that. We know that they list McCabe as a witness in the investigation, not a subject. But it's the first time we've heard anything about this, and I think that's an important thing. Also today, the Senate Intelligence Security Chief pled guilty to lying about his contacts with the media. So this leak fest that was going on, it's starting to be exposed little by little.
Yeah, we now have the entire puzzle framed in, and we're filling in all the pieces, and it's pretty clear what happened. Carter, look, you're in the center of all this. We know that 4 FISA judges, fraud was committed on them. The bulk of information was that phony dossier that even we know that Christopher Steele wouldn't stand by. Now you got Rod Rosenstein. He's refusing to testify under oath. You know, we can't get Glenn Simpson to testify under oath. We can't get the 302s, the gang of 8 information, or the FISA applications that were all subpoenaed and supposed to be coming out. You're suing the DNC and who else?
Perkins Coie and a few of their partners. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got to imagine here, you're going to be a really wealthy guy, because what they did to you, all your Fourth Amendment protections were stomped on. This isn't political even in any way, Carter.
Sean, but it's also, you know, it goes beyond any damages or any, you know, financial aspects. I mean, there has just been so many lies, as you're alluding to, and you look at the damage it did to our democratic systems and, you know, our institutions of government back in 2016. And I'm just trying to get some justice in terms of getting some disclosure. If you look at some of the prior dodgy dossier cases, like Mr. Gubarev, he's the one that actually got some of the biggest information out there that, you know, Senate Judiciary Committee and House Intelligence Committee have been basing a lot of things on in terms of their investigation.
You also helped your government. You would debrief after traveling abroad freely with the intelligence community, FBI, CIA, and they haven't indicted you. All right, real quick, in the last few seconds we have, John, what is next here, and where are these declassifications, and where are the unredacted materials? When are they coming?
Yeah, I think they're being slow-walked again, Sean, and it's frustrating for all of us who really want the public to benefit from the truth. I think you're not going to see them, but stay tuned later this week. I'll have a story that'll bring a whole new character into the Russia tale.
I would trust you, because you've been breaking news along with our team for 18 months. Thank you both.
Joining me now, and I am delighted to say, here in our studios in New York City instead of the nation's capital. I said it. There, I said it. Victoria Tensing, former Deputy Assistant Attorney General for the Criminal Division of the Justice Department, former federal prosecutor Joe DeGeneva. They're the founding partners of DeGeneva and Tensing Law Firm. I have worked years to say those two names. And I get it pretty close all the time. Anyway, it's great to see you. You guys are special. You're a treat to have on the broadcast anytime, but especially delighted you're with us here in the studios. Let me start, Victoria, with, if we may, Carter Page filing a lawsuit against the Democratic National Committee. Here we go.
Well, he had filed a lawsuit in New York, and that got thrown out. And so this is a continuation of that lawsuit. But what happened to Carter Page?
I love you lawyers. Yeah. It's a continuation, not a restart. It's not a redo.
That's right. But what happened to Carter?
For this one?
I mean, the Justice Department, the Obama Justice Department, took lies to the FISA court to be able to overhear the opposition's political campaign. You can't even believe that this happened in our country, that the president of the United States used the tools of the intelligence agencies to go after a political opponent. And what's happening back in Washington is also unforgivable, because there are some great people in the House of Representatives like Mark Meadows and Jim Jordan who are trying to fight this. But
Jim Jordan will be on the show tomorrow.
Well, he's great. Go talk to him about it. Put him on the spot and say, hey, has Paul Ryan been helpful to you?
I never bring up Paul Ryan with Jim Jordan.
Don't, because he's put the kibosh on doing this, and these brave souls have fought on, and more power to them.
Yeah, and Devin Nunes, the head of the intelligence, if he wasn't there, he was, to me, the fulcrum for all of this.
It's true.
In Congress, and now with Carter Page's lawsuit moving forward, RICO damages, this could be. I want to think that this is what moves us ahead here, because it seems we've been stalled, one hearing after another, testimony, depositions, but behind closed doors. Yeah. Is this potentially a breakthrough?
It could be, but most of the depositions in civil lawsuits occur privately, and you never see them unless they're released as part of later litigation. Here's the thing about Carter Page and George Papadopoulos. Right. One of the things that the administration of Obama is trying to hide is that the FBI under Obama and the DOJ asked British intelligence, MI6 and what they call GCHQ, which is like the NSA over there and their overseers, to spy on Americans overseas. The FBI asked them to do that. It was illegal for the FBI to spy on them, so they asked the UK to do it, and the UK did it without legal authority. This is part of what Carter is going to eventually discover in his depositions. And it's disgraceful what our government did. And what Victoria said is what's really true. This is the greatest political scandal in the history of our country.
No, I believe it.
And because Obama did it, all the people in the media want to give it a pass. They don't want to talk about it.